So do I know with the same level of certainty? No. Now granted, you can also sort of tell by the way they're playing. Like, he's controlling the middle and Sue is being passive. But still. Banelings are here and they're going to try and engage. They decided that running was not the correct option. And they will get okay trades. The mutas are going to be forced to retreat in a moment as the rest of the Marines catch up. Scan goes down and Flash is gonna start claiming more creep. And that will basically secure him the high ground. This gives him a nice assault path on the third. As he has this ramp right here, as I was talking about earlier, that makes this... No, I guess it's the fourth, but it makes it very easy for the Zerg to push into the... or the Terran to push into the Zerg. Because if the Zerg ever tries to engage, he'll just curl back up this ramp and have the high ground advantage. And we can all ask Anakin what's wrong about having the high ground. As you said, references.
Yes. I don't think his left arm would appreciate that reference.
Actually, I think he lost all his arms on that one. He already lost his left arm prior to episode 3.
Good point.
So all his limbs except his left arm would have qualms with that.
Anakin's limbs do not agree with that reference.
Huh?
Anakin's limbs do not agree with that reference.
Well, they agree with it, they just don't like it.
Vader's pretty delusional at some points, though.
This is true. This is true. Oh man. So the fourth does fall, and now Sue chooses to fight. I think this is largely because, okay, I have the broodlings, and this is the best engagement I'm going to get. He will be able to clean up most of this, if not all of it. He needs those banelings now! The banelings are rolling, and that should basically confirm a cleanup here. Okay, there's no more anti-air, aside from 2 Marines. Oh, there is a Thor coming in, and there's not enough mutas for the Thor, but there are Zerglings, so the Zerglings can deal with the Thor. Well, he can't go up the high ground, but... So Flash's fourth is largely established now, and the mutas are going to swing around to the third. There is a missile turret or two up over there, so it's not like they can, I mean, they should be able to get a little bit done, but not much, as aside from the missile turret there's also a bunker, and then that of course gives Flash enough time to get in position to deal with the rest of the mutas. And he's not in a position that he can just throw away units, as he is reeling back from losing his fourth. He's gonna start taking his fifth now, but I mean, Zerg is supposed to be up a base, so like being on even bases is never good. So like every matchup has a certain area that you're on par if you're doing well if you're up in a certain category and on par in another. In ZVT, as a Zerg player, you want to be up a base and even on upgrades, because if you're behind on upgrades, then they're going to win all the engagements, and if you're on equal bases, you won't have a large enough army. Other matchups sort of work the same way, in that you're supposed to be up in one category and even in another category. However, this tends to vary depending on styles of play and other things with the other matchups, as they're not as concrete as TVZ, where everything's been figured out. Large number of Banelings are going to roll in, but there's a lot of Thors on the high ground, and there's not a whole lot of Marines here, so I'm not really sure what these Banelings are hoping to accomplish. They are going to have to keep rolling, as Banelings are suicidal units, therefore they don't do so well retreating. So they will just keep rolling, and the other Speedlings and Mutalisks will come in when they see openings. But I fear there are too many Thors here on the high ground for Flash. So Su he might be able to clean this up, but there's just a lot of Terran. He's losing so much for this. Like, yes, he should clean it up in theory, eventually, but at that point he will have lost everything, again. I mean, if Flash wants, he can even pick up these Thors. He's not going to. He should, probably. So, Sue holds. But, I mean, look at that. He has no mutas left. I mean, he has a couple, but... As a Zerg player, you're supposed to have somewhere between 20 to 40 mutas. So, when you're on, like, what is that, 7 mutas? Life is not looking so good. He has 4 more mutas in production, but he doesn't have any more gas. So... oh, gosh. Sue is starting to fall behind. His gas is just not where it needs to be because he lost the 4th, he lost those mutas. He had to build all those banelings, which didn't do him much. So, I mean, he just traded so much gas for... not very much damage. Like, yes, he killed the army. Yes, that is good. But, I mean... yeah, he's losing the war on gas. Gas prices are going up, and it doesn't look like he's found a new oil mine anywhere.
You should go green.
Huh?
You should go green.
Oh, yes. Vespine is already green.
That's kind of funny. You're going green in StarCraft, you're not using natural alternatives.
Well,
because it is renewable.
Well, there is no renewable resource in StarCraft then.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there were if there was a renewable resource in StarCraft, it would be very easy to beat Mana or Firecake's WCS game records. He holds the record for longest game.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The renewable resources, we'd all be dead.
Yeah, a renewable resource, and then you're just building whatever units can be made with just that resource. And scary.
Never end.
Yeah. That's why there are no renewable resources in StarCraft, for those of you that were wondering.
Because they value our lives. Because they know we're stupid enough to play till we die. Thank you.
It is Blizzard, and Blizzard does have a lot of games that have been known to kill.
Yes, World of Warcraft, StarCraft is a legend, and
Okay. I was talking to my dad.
Okay.
Sue will take another fight over here, and this one's going better, definitely, I'd say. He's losing a healthy number of banelings from only a handful of marines, though, but overall I'd say it's going better than the other engagement. Again, he's only left with mutas, though, which is okay. It's better than losing mutas, since they're so gas intensive. Flash needs to drop that Thor. There he goes. And I mean, with that Thor being dropped, there's no real way that Sue can challenge this third from his Terran opponent.